What's something guys pretend to like because they think it will get them girls? I started reading philosophy because I thought girls would find it cool. It never helped. To be honest, I realized no girls around me were into philosophy anyway, but on the positive side I actually ended up liking philosophy and read bunch of books during that period. I'm a girl doing a PhD in philosophy, but yeah, it wouldn't help with me either. Motorcycles. I have so many friends in our biker group that got a motorcycle cause they thought it would get them girls. Turns out the majority of people interested in motorcycles are guys. Reminds me of sport in school where you could choose what you did. About 30 guys choose Zumba because of the girls. The max limit was 30, so they just stood there with 30 guys and the instructor. I absolutely despise talking. I'm a quiet guy but talk well because you have to. If I could be quiet my entire life I would. Watch out. I'm the same way, but after I got married and got older I started caring less about forcing it for my wife's sake, which led to her freaking out that I'd changed or was mad at her. Moral is, if you pretend to be someone you're not to get a girl, you either have to become that person forever or suffer some pain when you relapse back to your true self. I pretended to like Taylor Swift to bag this girl I was really into. Ended up marrying her and now I'm a Swiftie. Let this be a lesson to everyone young man here. There are consequences to such actions. There's things guys pretend to like, but then there's stuff that they may not fully enjoy but enjoy for their SO. I know those sound like the same thing, but for example, if you pretend to like Jay Biebs but really can't stand him, that's one thing. On the other hand, I had a guy pick up Minecraft because I enjoy it and he wanted a fun way to spend time with me. It wasn't really his jam, but he at least claimed to enjoy it because it meant time together. That's pretty heartwarming if you ask me. Having your weekend suddenly full of activities instead of watching the game and relaxing. Well said. I miss just staying in and watching a game and relaxing. I know two guys who, completely independently, pretended to be vegetarian/vegan to score with some bohemian patchouli tattooed counterculture girls. One I know, who lived in the same student house as me, would wolf down sausage rolls after another salad filler unsuccessful attempt to get into their dungarees. Honestly, he was one of the most pathetic men I have ever met. But in the end he married my ex-wife, so I think he's been punished enough. Wait, what? There's a story missing here. Not really. Northern Ireland is a really small place. And yeah, he had a massive crush on my girlfriend, who I later married, at the time when we were living in the same student digs. With my now wife. Baseball. Well, she knows I don't like baseball. I think it's boring as can be. But her parents love baseball. Going to spring training and all the games. I go and pretend to enjoy it, but I'm bored to tears. My wife loves the really awful romance movies where both people are terrible like The Notebook. I've sat through that dumpster fire. She tolerates my crap as well, so it all works. Yeah, I kind of think that is key in a healthy relationship. My husband will listen to me break down the plot of something I just watched/read for half an hour, and then I nod along while he explains how he fixed the traffic flow problem on his city's Skylines map. You care about their thing because you care about them. Living. A lot of depressed guys have to pretend their life doesn't suck and they enjoy living it if they want to get girls. Few to no girls enjoy being with a depressed guy or one who doesn't appear to be happy. That goes for many more things than girls though. Making it seem like I enjoy life is how I got a job, why my friends still talk to me, etc. It just works. What made you realize your girlfriend isn't the one for you? Dated a girl for 2 years. Nothing I ever did was good enough. Plus she became very controlling and did not want me to hang out with my friends, unless she was there. Finally got tired of the negativity, and broke it off. Turned out all my family and friends hated her with a passion and were so happy when it ended. Now I'm with a fantastic woman who treats me with respect. It's nice to genuinely be happy for once. We're getting married in September. When I realized she could never be supportive or be there for me when I needed her. One example is when I had to put my dog down. Like an hour after it happened she freaked out at me accusing me that I tortured her, my dog, because I wanted to take the night to see if things would improve. Obviously it wasn't true, but her anxiety made her react that way, and that was how she reacted to anything that wasn't rainbows and sunshine. Basically accused of torturing my best friend right after losing her. Felt real good. That's only one of a massive amount of things over 3.5 years. When she came home from work, the sound of the front door opening made me feel annoyance instead of happiness. I realized that I'd felt this way for months and it never dawned on me. We broke up a few weeks later. I feel this one. I would be at work, anxious about how bad her mood would be when I got home. Took too long to realize that being upset all the time wasn't worth the good moments. She cooked all of my food without spices to make me think I had COVID so I wouldn't go anywhere. I had an ex-girlfriend who tricked me into meeting her parents. I would gladly meet them if she invited me, but she faked a panic attack so I would take her home and her parents were in on it. Seems silly but looked like a sign of deeper issues, so I walked away and, seeing the kind of relationships she developed with other guys after me, I'd say it was the right call. Having to explain all of my jokes cause she just didn't get them. Not being able to share humor with the person that you're with is such a deal breaker for me. Mine was like this. I realized, after the initial rush of lots of sex, that she just wasn't intelligent in any way. She'd grouse at me for wanting to discuss a movie after we'd seen it, wondering why I wanted to do that at all. Then she said I should quit one of my jobs so we'd have more time to go out together, apparently not grasping I had the extra jobs just to stay afloat financially. That was the moment I fell out of love with her. It just dropped away like when you finally get well after being sick. When I started to realize I was happier when she wasn't around. This hits surprisingly close to home. It's weird since she's an incredible person and girlfriend, just not my type. It's a very weird feeling to be in love with someone but also feel like they're not the one. Edit, it's a genuine relief to know I'm not alone with this. I've been dealing with this by myself for so long, it's comforting to know I'm not just crazy. After maybe a year or two it just kinda felt like things had run their course. There wasn't much excitement, we discussed some issues we were having but didn't really change to fix it. Currently like this with my wife. Been together for 13 years. Relationship is just May. We work well together though and we always get comments on how well our kids' behavior. Behind closed doors though we are just roommates.